Leaves fall, die flowers away, lengthen night and shorten day. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. I shall smile when wreaths of snow blossom where the rose should grow. I shall sing when night's decay ushers in a drearier day. Oh, autumn, it's my favorite season for a plethora of reasons. Be it cozy blankets on a rainy afternoon, or many colored trees that seem to bloom. With hues so vibrant, my heart could sing, there really isn't just one thing that I love about you. And I would be oh so blue if I, without you, had to live. In recent years, as I've entered my 30s, I've started to feel a stronger pull toward slow living, intentionality, peacefulness, and small joys. Taking the time to just exist, to notice the world around me, to build a life that feels serene and right. In today's video, I want to share some of the ways that I choose to romanticize my life in autumn. I hope you'll enjoy this quiet, calm look into my life. Moving from the warmer, sunnier, longer days of summer into the shorter, cooler, cloudier, moodier days of autumn is a vibe. It's an aesthetic that I adore. So even though I try to see that as a positive and try to sort of lean into that feeling, choosing activities that are slower, that take more quiet focus, maybe going to bed earlier or spending more time indoors, I still can't lean into this feeling all the way because unfortunately I am not a witch living in the woods. I am in fact just another human, and I have a job and I have bills to pay and responsibilities. So as much as I want to lean wholeheartedly into slowing down, I do still have things I have to get done. And all of that takes energy and focus, which is something that I've never really naturally had in spades. In the past, what I've done to try to make up for this natural slowing down is drink an excessive amount of coffee. And while I have not given up coffee altogether, I have in the last 6 months been trying to reduce my coffee significantly. I find it helps with my anxiety and stress levels, which is something I need to work on overall. And as much as I have adored and relied on coffee for my entire adult life to get anything done, I'm finding that I feel better on days when I drink less of it. So I've been trying to find alternatives while still allowing myself to have a small cup of coffee in the morning if I want or need one. And in that journey of looking for something that could replace that second, third, fourth, even fifth and sixth cup of coffee in a day, I tried many things that didn't work for me. But I have found something that I've been really, really loving. If you also struggle with your energy and motivation kind of dipping at this time of year, but you, like me, still have lots of stuff you have to get done, maybe you're in school, I wanted to share what I found because I've really been loving it, and it's making it so much easier for me to stay at my lower consumption of coffee even as the seasons change. And what I found is Magic Mind. I found that the combination of a small cup of coffee and Magic Mind is just perfect to get me feeling energized and ready for my day without getting that overstimulated, overcaffeinated, sort of jittery feeling that I used to get when I had too many cups of coffee. And Magic Mind was kind enough to sponsor today's video. My favorite way to take Magic Mind in the morning is to drink a small cup of coffee and sip my Magic Mind alongside it. I actually really like the combination of the sort of fresh, green, sweet taste of Magic Mind along with my coffee. It's a nice contrast. Or alternatively, I'll have my coffee and bring a nice cold shot of Magic Mind down with me to my office when I start working. And when I start to feel that urge for a second cup of coffee, like the effects of the first one are wearing off, that's when I'll sip on my shot of Magic Mind. Magic Mind has the perfect ingredients to help you get that calm, focused energy that you really want when you're working on an important project or just trying to get your to-do list done. It's made with matcha to boost your energy, adaptogens to help you relax, and nootropics to keep you focused. Plus, as a bonus, it has added ingredients for immunity like vitamin C, D, and echinacea. They're super convenient. They're prepackaged in these cute little 2-ounce shots, which makes them really easy to take with you to work if you work outside of the home. It contains L-theanine found in matcha. It helps to increase focus and attention without that crash that you can get from coffee. And the reason you don't get the same crash from L-theanine that you do from caffeine is actually super interesting. Caffeine that you find in coffee doesn't actually give you energy. What it does is block the adenosine neuroreceptors in your brain that allow you to feel tired. But when the receptors unblock 1 to 3 hours later, you're going to feel that caffeine crash. L-theanine from matcha, on the other hand, doesn't fully block the receptors, allowing you to get the benefits of sustainable energy without the crash. I've definitely noticed an uptick in my ability to really focus on what I want to get done. The calm, relaxed clarity and focus is amazing. I would highly recommend Magic Mind to anyone who is looking for a little bit more focus and productivity in their life without upping their caffeine intake. It really is such a perfect alternative. They offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. If it doesn't work for you or you don't like it, they'll give you a 100% refund. No questions asked. Use the link in the description box and my code plantbased20 to get up to 56% off your first subscription from Magic Mind for the next 10 days. One of my favorite ways to romanticize this time of year is to dress according to the season, and autumnal fashion is by far my favorite. So many layers and textures, cozy fabrics, and warm colors. This linen dress is one of my favorites, and one I wear excessively through the fall season. With this necklace hand-painted by my grandfather as the finishing touch. Living in Canada, I have always been very aware that autumn is really the final chance to spend significant time outdoors before winter sweeps in. And I am ever so grateful that our backyard is full of beautiful nature to enjoy. September is my favorite time to pick ripe fruit from our apple tree and observe the birds picking the last of the berries off the bushes. So far, we've let our garden stay wild. We're giving ourselves time to decide what we really want out of this space. But I think there will always be an element of the natural wilderness. Of course, it wouldn't make sense for me to talk about the ways that I love to celebrate this season without talking about reading. Reading is one of my favorite hobbies, and reading in autumn is extra sweet. There are so many books that give me a strong sense of time and place, but there's nothing quite like a book that transports you into the warmth and coziness and mystery of autumn. Fairy tales and retellings are some of my favorites to dip my toe into at this time of year. I especially love collections of short tales, like this beautiful illustrated edition of Grimm's Fairy Tales. Something you can dip in and out of when you have a few moments, tumbling into a fantastical world just for a moment. Listening to the wind rustle through the leaves and letting myself be transported. The birds chirping, and the woodpeckers pecking away. It's my favorite way to spend an autumn afternoon. Cozy evenings are a must in the colder months, and I love to start mine with a calming cup of tea. This mug was a birthday gift from my sister, and I love the owls that remind me of my grandmother. The colors and the botanical elements really feel like autumn to me. Cinnamon apple chamomile tea is a favorite of mine at this time of year. I like to spend a few hours on my own, focused on quiet hobbies. Lighting a few candles rather than turning on a lamp just adds to that peaceful, introspective atmosphere. Handwritten notes sealed with wax are a thoughtful and personal way to reach out to those you love. Journaling is another favorite evening activity of mine. And one of my favorite ways to journal is to pull a few tarot cards and use them as a jumping off point for self-reflection. This is my favorite set of tarot cards. It's so beautiful, and no matter how many times I see a particular card, I'll always be blown away by its beauty. I used the little booklet that came with the deck to write out the definitions of each card, and then I give myself space to reflect on what those cards mean to me today. As the evening progresses, I might pick up another book, thoughtfully engaging and annotating as I go. Whether it be dark academia, melancholic literary fiction, or something fantastical or mysterious. I love reading in the evenings before bed. As the hour grows later, it's usually time for snuggling on the couch. Cozy pajamas and fuzzy socks. Another cup of tea and a cozy show or movie. This is usually when I get my kitty snuggles in for the day, when they're sleepy and snuggly. Of course, their cuddles are always on their terms, but I don't mind. There's nothing quite like sleepy time tea and a purring cat on your lap to get you feeling ready for sleep. crackling fireplace and gently falling rain as I peacefully drift to sleep.